Hey y'all, excuse my voice because I recently have been sick and I'm still not feeling that much better. So, anyways, we're just gonna get into it. I receive a lot of questions every day on what to pack in your hospital bag, when to do it. You know, keep in mind everybody has their own personal, preferences. Everybody has a complete different, delivery. Yours may be different than somebody else's. And I guess it all depends on you. And also what type of delivery you have. But this is just based on my experience. But, if you, want, it all depends on you, but this is just a basic, list. And I'll tell you if I used it, if I didn't use it, kind of like I did with the other one. So comfy clothes. We're going to start with the first thing I have on this list. This is not in order. This is for both, you and your baby, but this is not in order. But keep in mind, my delivery was very chaotic, very different. And I'm going to explain basically, but this is not a birth story. And I don't ever I don't plan on doing that. Comfy clothes. So for me, some people will say, I just prefer to stay in the hospital gown because it's more comfortable. But for me, I got tired of the hospital gown real quickly. So it's just whatever, your preference is. But me, I prefer to have comfy clothes. And like some recommendations, it's just like, because, it really all depends on you. Basically baggy clothes, comfy baggy clothes. And that's just, like joggers, whatever. Robe. Okay, so some people will say you don't need a robe because, again, some people just like to stay in a hospital gown. But, the robe for me was a must-have because I remember specifically they had me up walking. And that's one thing they don't tell you is that they will get you up walking. And I guess it depends on the hospital as well, because for me it was a requirement that if I'm going to take a walk down the hallway, I had to be wearing a robe. And I never fully understood it because I had regular clothes on, but I guess it wasn't liked what I had on because I was still required to wear the robe no matter what when walking up and down the hallways. So I guess it depends on you and your hospital, I guess. Toiletries, again, some say not necessary because the hospital does carry it, but it all depends on the hospital and where you're at. Me, I was mostly dependent on myself, so I had to bring my own toiletries and all that. So it's just whatever toiletries you prefer. Dry shampoo. Something I did buy for the hospital but I never did use was I bought these travel size. But again, I went into labor randomly and it can happen. But for me, but there were some things the hospital did have on hand, that I'm grateful for, that I did not have to, that it wasn't completely reliable on me. But what I mean by that is that I was in charge of my own shampoo, my own deodorant, all that other kind of stuff. That's why, I say dry shampoo, which I never use dry shampoo, but, I just washed my hair in the shower because for me, I wanted to take a shower as soon as I could. But, whatever toiletries, if you have a certain kind of shampoo, if you have a certain kind of deodorant, it all depends on you, sister. Birth plan. I know many people say the best plan is no plan, and I somewhat agree because you can't always, control, what your body does, and it's important to take that into recommendation. Me, I tried my hardest to use a birth plan, but most of my birth plan did not go accordingly as planned. So basically, the only thing I used on my birth plan is what I told them what I wanted to do for pain management, and it all depends on who you are and everything else. But me, my birth plan was only used for pain management, but everything else on my birth plan, I will tell you, it did not go accordingly as planned. So it's good to have on hand, but my honest opinion on that is everybody's different, and don't make that, don't let it, make you nervous. But it all depends on your body. Yes, it's good to have, and that on hand, but it's important to keep into your knowledge that it does not always go according to plan. The next thing is what this is something the hospital told me early on, because that's something I did and it helped me a ton to kind of understand it. You know, me, I was, you know, I wanted to be fully prepared. I wanted to know everything. So I attended a ton of, you know, birthing classes, and that helped me. But I was a very anxious person, and that's just was me. I wanted to feel better and know what I was going to experience. So that helped me, you know, be prepared. But, you know, for me, they told me early on, you want to bring this extra large cell phone charger, because, you know, sometimes the plug-in outlet's a little bit, you know, far off. And they told me early on that you want to bring this extra large cell phone charger. And, you know, I knew that early on, and it's just a recommendation. Next thing I was super grateful for. So if you can have somebody that does that for you, it helps so much in recovery. Me, I had to stay for 3 days because I had complications. But, you know, if you have somebody that can bring you snacks because you don't like the hospital food, that helps out a ton. This I did not, but, you know, I guess it depends on the individual. Pillow and bath towels. A majority of the time, the hospital does have their own towels and pillows. You know, if you want to bring pillows to make you more comfortable. But me, I didn't care. You know, that's just me. Pillows are pillows. I did not bring, but it would have been nice to bring. And I'm gonna go into a little bit of a more explanation in a minute. I butchered up that word, but you know, it's okay. Nipple cream. I did not bring nipple cream, but honestly, I wish I did, because my, you know, for me, things did get a little crusty, dusty, and nipple cream would have been nice to have. Yes, your own pads and diapers. I know many to say this, and I'm the same way. Speaking from experience, I don't think, you know, you want to bring your own pads and postpartum, you know, preferences, because I know many say they do not like the hospital pads, and when I say they're not comfortable, they're just not comfortable, and that's just my personal opinion. Payment for in recovery. When you're in labor, you know, you probably won't much, but really, if you have more of a calmer experience than me, I mean, you might, but, you know, for me, I like to have entertainment for, you know, in recovery. But what I liked is just having, you know, my cell phone for entertainment. You won't really have much time to read books or any of that, you know, because, you know, it all depends from person to person, but everybody's coming in and out the hospital room, you know. You won't have time, you know, for much entertainment, but in what little time I had, you know, I was either sleeping or everybody was, you know, coming in and out the room, you know. So for me, you know, I just like the basic, you know, Netflix. Didn't have time to read. Some was like, I like to bring books, and for me, I just, you know, wouldn't be something I'd bring, but you never know. Hair and makeup, you know, doesn't really seem that much of a big deal. I know some that, you know, like to do their makeup when they're in labor, but I didn't want to. I mean, man. But, you know, skincare is kind of different. If you're in recovery, you want to do some basic skincare, you know, that's all you. Me, as soon as, you know, I was able to walk around, I wanted to do my skincare. I felt a little crusty and dusty. Yes, you want to have your car seat, and you want to buy your car seat early on. You know, going home outfit is such a beautiful thing. You know, I think going home outfits on babies are really cute. You want to have your pediatrician's contact information on hand. They will ask you for it. This is just, now I'm going into, you know, detail with breastfeeding stuff if you choose to breastfeed. Me, I made the mistake. You know, they will have, if you're breastfeed, they will have you pump in the hospital, and that's just, you know, but also it depends on the hospital. But, you know, but sometimes they do, you know, they want you up and pumping. So if you can, you know, bring your own breast pump, that helps a majority. Me, I did a no. I did not bring my own breast pump. I did not pump in the hospital, so it made it a whole lot harder for me to get my, you know, supply back in the way it was. So yeah, if you can, you want to do that. When it comes to bottles and diapers for your baby, it is nice to pack. I agree, but sometimes the hospital has, and I mean, it just depends on the hospital you're at. And me, I packed mine just in case. I packed bottles and diapers just in case. So yeah. Tanks, yes, it's good to pack little, if you breastfeed, again, it's nice to pack little nursing tanks that me, I did, when I had, at the house, I didn't buy the exact nursing tanks. If I'm just going pull it out, I'm just gonna I'll pull down the shirt and everything, pull up the shirt, but yeah, nursing tanks are, if that's your preference, it's nice to have. Slip-on shoes, yes, you want to have easy to access slip-on shoes, because they, again, like I said, they will get you up walking around the hallway. As soon as you're ready, they want you up walking. You are completely me, I was completely relied on me when I wanted to walk around. So you want easy slip-on shoes. Glasses, if you wear glasses, it's the funny story. Yes, please pack your glasses, please bring your glasses, because me, when I took that, it's kind of a funny story. When I took my first laps around the hallway, they wanted me to take 3 laps around the hallway. But I was so confused on where I was going, because this is just a fun fact about me. I have terrible vision, and for a while after I delivered, I didn't have any peripheral vision, and I went to take those laps around the hallway, and I could not see to get back to my room, and there was like nobody else on the floor at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I don't have my glasses. I was like, y'all, I can't see. I was like, I don't know where my room is. Like, I can't see to get back to my room. And it was very embarrassing. So yes, pack your glasses. You want your wallet with all your information in there. And this is just a basic list. Again, everybody's different. Everybody has their own preference. Everybody, experience is completely different. But this is just, make it your experience. And that's my, best advice. Make it your experience. Make it fun, and make it your dream come true, and that's all I have. Thank you for watching.